Create Abundance. Chapter 3. Willing to Believe. Whatever you believe will become true. Your willingness to believe is the incarnation of abundance, as well as a precondition for spiritual creation. What does your mind attract? Oftentimes, we cannot help wanting to hit him. Sure, you don't have to deny it. This we can try to understand in terms of projection. Why does he have to act in such a way that you want to hit him? You must have cared enough or developed an emotion strong enough to let him act the way he does, although he may not want to do so. Whether you like it or not, it is you who have brought all this about. Your heart keeps sending a signal. Make me angry. The receiver of the signal will respond actively and involuntarily to your signal by commencing to lose self-control and cause you to feel furious. Once you become angry, you will go through a whole series of reactions. Then similar events will unfold on a rolling and repeating basis. How to solve this issue? All that needs to be done is to find that signal, which can also be taken as a sensation. The emotion that motivates people to hit someone is anger. What makes you feel angry then? The ultimate answer lies in fear as the root cause. Everyone has an inner fear that the soul was born with. Among human emotions, fear lies at a low level, and further below is love. While true love is not fear, nor does true love exist in the form of a sentiment. As a poem goes, you love or love me not. Love is always there, no more, no less. Such is true love. Above that vast love is a dilapidated mass called fear. And further above is sequentially anger, repression, frustration, grievance, jealousy, resentment, and even further above, a false layer of calmness. Have you ever seen people with tears in their eyes trying to make a smile when they say, "Am I really okay?" This is false calmness. Sometimes you can break such calmness by means of spiritual massage or spiritual exercises. Many professional speakers would do some ice-breaking work to dispel this false calmness before delivering a speech. Once this false calmness is destroyed, people will become different. Some show their anger, others their grievances, and still others their repressed sorrow or despair. The different spiritual modalities in which they present themselves, you are likely to have a problem with your stomach. Heartaches, which have to do with consciousness, imply that your understanding of love is problematic. Tinnitus implies fear. If your ears ring, you must have developed a profound fear. If you have large pores, you would develop poxes or a rash when your repressed anger explodes on your skin. As a rule, bone problems are closely related to fear. Repressed anger leads to allergy. All of these problems are interrelated. Those phenomena you see are all results of fear or consequences of people's effort to cover fear. In addition to causing various physical symptoms, these emotions can also be impactful on what happens around you, as well as on your opportunities. Hidden emotions can bring closer to you those events that you are bound to experience. And information. Plant DNA is similar to our human DNA, and animal DNA also has a spiral structure. Put another way, plants, animals, and humans have similar DNAs, but they look disparately different. This means that a minimal change in DNA will result in enormous changes in the physical characteristics of plants and humans. After a long evolutionary process. Now, there are obvious differences between humans and apes, whose eating habits and body shapes have changed greatly over time. Compared with our parents, do we show any changes? Yes, we have changed somehow in the way we think and act. Although the seeds of Alaya Vijayanastil do carry the Conaredro characteristics, they can change in an instant. As you may well know, DNAs have genetic mutations. Radiation can cause such mutations, but these changes are passively made. Whose job is it to alter our DNA? It is our own, for we have the final say to all this. We cannot make big changes. For instance, we cannot change ourselves into apes. Of course, we can make it smoother and simpler. Aren't they all lively? Aren't we changing on a daily basis? 11 months later, you will not be who you are now. Our cells are going through metabolism every day. This is samsara one after another. As we repeat the cycle of cellular births and deaths, we grow in the process. This part can be changed. Thanks to metabolism, we will be very different 11 months later from who we are now. Never before have we tried to change ourselves deliberately, nor do we think we can do so. Consequently, we tend to feel yesterday was just like the day before yesterday, believing that with the passage of time, we are gradually becoming decrepit and beginning to wither after reaching the age of 30. However, aged 40 now, I feel I am getting younger, prettier, and more gracious. Don't you agree? Whatever you believe is true. I believe positive changes can bring all that is beautiful. Your willingness to believe is the incarnation of abundance, as well as the precondition for spiritual creation. Whatever inner world you will have the same outer world needs through creation. The first step to communicate with the cosmos is for you to think clearly or clarify things beforehand. The second step is to express yourself and communicate faithfully. The key is to send the cosmos the images of the perfect scenario you visualize. It is very important to think clearly and clarify things, for many people can waste huge amounts of money and energy as they find themselves lost. The house you wish to have, the car you hope to possess, the job you would love to have, and the working environment you prefer. By then, everything will have become readily clear to you. The gap between your dream and reality. When you faithfully tell the cosmos whatever you wish to have, do you hear a murmuring voice in your heart? Do you believe you are really great? Indeed, this is the gap between the reality and the dream you have created. If you put too much emphasis on objective factors, you mean to stress for yourself that it is those obstacles that are preventing you from making your dream come true. If you keep accentuating those impediments, you will never realize your dream. Some people might ask, how can it be so easy to achieve all this? If so, everyone would become happy, wouldn't he? How come no one knows this? Others might respond by saying that they simply do not believe so. Even when you present your success directly to someone, he may still think the method works for you but not for him. Have you ever heard this voice? It works for you but not for me. As you may often say, it is okay with others, but not with you. Because your preparations are made too early or too late, because you are tall or short, because your skin is fair or dark, because your parents are poorly educated, or because your social connections are not good. Whether you believe it or not, you are in a situation like this. However, you do not want to give up simply because of this, do you? Accepting the reality as it does not necessarily mean being unable to change it. How to narrow down the gap between your reality and your dream then? Put your faith completely in joy and gratitude without any doubt. Your confidence in the realization of your dream will determine the degree to which your life is abundant. Whereas the process of making a dream come true varies in length with different individuals. The confidence in the fulfillment of a dream can be developed only in practice, and so will trust be built and enhanced in the same way. Before we are committed to getting what we want, the first thing we should do is to develop our ability to trust ourselves. As long as we open our selfhoods thoroughly and connect to the cosmic energy, we can accomplish anything. This is like the ant telling us that he wants a Himalaya, and we can present one to him right away. Since everything is readily available there, all you need to do is just to articulate what you desire to have. Prior to expressing yourself, you may have many problems arising from your inner fear and worry. Since you are afraid to face or worried about something, feeling that certain things are simply impossible, that is, you are struggling with yourself. Do you dare to want it? Do you really want it? Do you believe you can want it like this? Will what you want bring you joy at all? You may wonder, it certainly would be nice, but when will be that? Messages about abundance. The more joyful you are, the more you can take it easy, and the more faith you have, you will make your dream come true faster.